Hello, students. Hope your fitness project is underway and going well. By now, you should have your goal, your workout plan, and be starting to work towards your goal. Today, we're going to be talking about heart rate and exercise. So, one of the first things about heart rate and exercise is learning to get your heart rate. Okay, so for this, I'm going to ask Coach Robinson to come on in. Now, there's a couple different ways you can get your heart rate. The easy way, which most of you will probably do, is with a Fitbit or a heart rate monitor. Now, if you don't happen to have a Fitbit or any kind of heart rate monitor, you'll have to take it manually. And there's two ways you can do that. One is by feeling for your radial artery, which is just behind your thumb, like the nurses always do this for it. And you push in with your two fingers. Never use your thumb because your thumb has a pulse. Use the two fingers and you push in and you feel for your pulse rate. The other way is the carotid artery. Carotid artery is in your neck. And the way you find that is you feel for your windpipe. Just next to your windpipe on either side, you take the same two fingers and push straight back lightly, and you should feel a pulsing on your fingers. Every time you feel that pulse, that's your heart pumping blood through your artery up to your brain. There are three different heart rates that we're going to be talking about. The first one is your resting heart rate. Your resting heart rate is best to take that in the morning when you first get up, before you start doing any kind of moving around. That's going to give you your most accurate resting heart rate. And the best way to do this is to find your pulse rate. Coach, if you can do that now, find your pulse. Okay? And
right here?
You're going to do it on your carotid artery. And what we're going to do is he's going to start, when I say go, he's going to start counting. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to multiply it by 2 to get his beats per minute. Okay, are you ready? You feel it? And go. Stop.
I got 34.
So 34 beats for 30 seconds. So if you double that,
I got 64.
68.
68.
So his resting heart rate right now is 68 beats per minute. Now, the other one we want to know is maximum heart rate. To calculate your maximum heart rate, it's pretty easy. You take the number 220 and you subtract your age. So if you are, say, 15 years old, 220 minus 15 is, you're right, 205. That would be your maximum heart rate. And that means basically when you're exercising, your heart rate shouldn't go much above 205. That's your maximum heart rate. The important one for this is called your target heart rate. And your target heart rate is between 50 and 85% of your maximum heart rate. Okay, so if you got to figure out what your maximum heart rate, just to make it easy, if your maximum heart rate was 200, 50% of that would be 100 beats per minute. That's the low end. Okay, and 85% would be, I believe, 170, just figuring it out in my head. Okay, so between 100 and 170 would be your target heart rate. What I want you to do is to calculate your resting heart rate, and you can do that in the morning, some morning, write it down, and then calculate both your maximum heart rate and your target heart rate. Okay, now we're going to do a little test with Coach Robinson. We know what his resting heart rate is. Let's see what happens when he exercises. Let's see how high his heart rate will get.
All right.
Okay, coach, find your pulse. And this time we're going to do it for 10 seconds. Ready? Go. Stop. Okay, what did you get?
I got a 20.
20 for 10 seconds. So you multiply that times 6 and you get
120.
120. Okay, so in looking at your target heart rate, your target zone, that should be right in your target zone.
All right. Awesome.
So that's good.
Very much.
Okay. And so that's our lesson for this week. And don't forget to drop and give me 20.